Hi everyone, it's Mr. Bevan. Welcome to your class meetings. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I'm glad you're here with us today to hear about two important topics. So one is the Algonquin Athletic Complex. I'm going to talk you through it in this screencast here because I can't be in multiple places at one time, and it's such an important message that's going to impact us all. After that's done, I'm going to hand you off to our guidance staff who are going to walk you briefly through a little bit of a change to our course selection process. So about the Algonquin Athletic Complex, you may have heard a little bit of information, hoping I can inform you and have you leave this presentation today with a lot greater understanding of what the project's all about and how to stay informed and how to promote this project and its understanding to other people around you. So I don't think I probably have to explain this to all of our students, but I've been explaining it to our larger community. Our facility has been wonderful. It's lasted a very long time, but it's beyond its useful life. Our physical grass fields need to be rested, and even though they get rested, they get impacted and they fully need to be replaced. That includes our stadium field and what we call the JV field. For the rest of this presentation, I'll be calling the JV field the multi-purpose field because going forward it would be used for a lot of different activities. The track, if you've been out there, you're familiar with our track and how it has lots of patches and dips. It holds water, as you can see in this top right-hand corner. And also our tennis courts have lots of cracks. They've been patched and repaired, but they cannot be patched or repatched or resurfaced any longer. They need to be replaced. And then additionally, our grandstands and the ramping that goes from our grandstands to the other areas of our facility are currently not compliant with the Americans with Disability Act, and that would be a part of our change. So I'm going to walk you through what the changes actually look like. It's very, very exciting. So you may have seen this master plan, and I'm going to talk you through what's on this plan so that you can make sense of it. First of all, we're going to be replacing, or potentially if this vote comes through, that I'll explain in a moment, we're going to be replacing the track. It'll sit right on the footprint of the current track with a little bit of a minor change. We're going to be replacing the stadium field with turf. The multipurpose field will be replaced with turf as well. And the grandstands would have ADA compliant seating and ramping. Additionally, there would be lights over the stadium, brand new lights over the stadium, and lights over the multipurpose field. Our tennis courts would be pulled out and replaced entirely. And then we'd be renovating the amenities building, which everyone on Algonquin's campus calls the McDonald's Shack. What's also in the plan is very exciting. So the multipurpose field would truly become a multipurpose field. It would be lined for rugby, for soccer, for field hockey, and for football. Additionally, it would, as I said earlier, it would have lighting, and that would give us and our athletes much more time in the day to be able to use this really high quality surface. And since it's not needing to be rested, and now you have greater lighting, you simply have greater access for more of our athletes. The tennis courts aren't going to just be for tennis anymore. So currently we have 9 tennis courts. And under Gonkplex, we would still have 7 tennis courts, but we would have 1 would be converted to a basketball court, and we would add 3 pickleball courts. Additionally, we plan on adding an amphitheater. An amphitheater is a structure that looks like this. And that's a place where you can have performances, you can have classes. We anticipate it would be used for a wide variety of things. And additionally, finally, we're looking to add a lacrosse wall for our lacrosse players to use when they want to practice. The places where these would reside, over here you can see that red circle is around where the amphitheater would be. That's in the left field of the baseball field down in the lower part of your screen. And on the upper left-hand side, you can see the lacrosse wall. That's where that would be housed. And if you look closely at the JV field, what we're calling the JV field currently will be newly called the multi-purpose field. You can see all the different ways it's lined to accept sports of all kinds of different sports, as is the football field. There are lots of people who would benefit from this change. I think initially and primarily we might be thinking that this is primarily for our student athletes, and I suppose that's true to some degree. But because with better facilities and better lighting and no need for field resting, that means more access for all of our student athletes. But it also would be an enhanced experience for our students who are in physical education classes, which is all of you. Additionally, our residents who walk the track or run the track and who play tennis and pickleball and basketball, all of those folks would enjoy the benefits of this change as well. Our performing artists, musicians, and community groups would get a great deal of usage out of that amphitheater that I explained earlier, and our Northborough and Southborough recreation and youth sports participants and organizations would be able to use this facility. So the cost is $7.5 million, a little bit more than $7.5 million, and the way that is broken out is that that cost would be met by the two different towns, Northborough and Southborough, according to the percentage of students that have comprised Algonquin's population over the course of 4 years. So it's nearly a 2/3 to 1/3 split, and you can see the estimated project cost for each of the towns there. That cost would be spread out across about 15 years through the process after the town meeting vote. So just to walk you through what the timeline of this could possibly look like. So for about 10 years, going 10 years back, we've been looking at this as a potential project and a need. And between 2013 and 2020, we've evaluated, done feasibility studies, and updated the master plan. The work for actually getting this project off the ground began last year when that project was reevaluated and updated. And now at this point, we have all the plans in place, all the permits are pulled, and all of the information that our taxpayers need is being pushed out so that they can make an informed choice on whether or not this is a good investment for our school. On March 25th, Southborough will have a town meeting where this project will be either approved or rejected. Same in Northborough. The Northborough town meeting is on April 24th and 25th. Again, the residents in Northborough could approve or reject this proposal. Important to note that in each of those two towns, it would be approved or rejected based on a majority vote. So that's any vote that has a greater than 50% of the voters approving it, and it would go through. Very exciting, and very exciting to me, is that potentially if this vote gets through and it's approved on March 25th and April 24th, 25th, the demolition and the construction on this project would begin very soon after that time. So almost very likely that work would begin before we wrap up classes and leave for our summer here, and then that work would continue all the way through the summer. And if everything works out just right, it's very possible that we could be opening our school year next year, or at least in some point in the fall of 2023, having you, our student athletes, playing, and our student physical education students and our many other residents participating in activities out on a brand new field, under lights, on a new surface, all those different things that we just walked you through. I encourage you to achieve as much of a command and understanding of this project as makes sense for you to learn more. The best place to do that is to go to GonkPlex.org. There's tons of information on there. This is just like a little bit of a snippet on what this project's all about and what to expect. But there's a whole bunch of information, especially on the FAQ. If you want to know about the finances, you can go there. If you want to know about what else is in the facility, you can go there. There's tons of information. Additionally, on social media, we have 2 accounts that share information periodically to keep the community updated, and I encourage you to follow us on Instagram or on Twitter to do that. And that wraps up my information. I just want to reiterate that idea that our town meeting is going to be a very important one. All town meetings are, but at this point in your lifetime, if at these town meetings this project is approved, in the very short term, we could have this wonderful new facility that could enhance your life and your enjoyment of our school. And our hope is that we can have our facility, our athletic facility, meet the same standards, the same high quality standards that the rest of the Algonquin experience offers every day, from academics to the rest of the building. That's a wrap for me. Thank you for paying attention to this presentation. Please be on the lookout for information about those town meetings. Please tell your parents about this, tell your other neighbors, tell all the people who are of voting age to come out and support this wonderful initiative. At this time, I'm going to pass it off to our guidance staff. They're going to tell you all about our course selection process. Have a great rest of your day.